We continue to follow a double homicide in Columbus that has drawn national attention.
After an Ohio dentist and his wife were gruesomely gunned down just 2 weeks after their 5th wedding anniversary, there was one question on everyone's mind: why? Now, an ex-FBI agent is suggesting that a years-long, deep-seated resentment and hatred is to blame for the sickening act, as the couple's grieving family reveals they are not surprised by an arrest in the case. Here's what you need to know. Spencer Tepe and his wife Monique were found dead in their Columbus home on December 30th, soon after celebrating their anniversary, authorities said. Spencer, who was 37 years old, suffered multiple gunshot wounds, while Monique, who was 39, was shot at least once in the chest, according to police records. Their 2 children, a 4-year-old daughter and a 1-year-old son, were found unharmed inside the home. The violent attack happened between 2 and 5 a.m. in the upstairs of the home, cops said. No gun was discovered at the scene, and there was no sign of forced entry. Chilling 911 calls offered further insight into the horrific scene, as frantic friends who rushed to the house for a wellness check saw a bloodied body and heard a child scream. And Spencer's employer called 911 after becoming alarmed that he hadn't shown up for work.
This individual, Spencer, works with me, and he did not show up to work this morning, and we cannot get a hold of him or his family. Like, he is always on time, and he would contact us if there was any issues whatsoever. I just don't know how else to say this. Like, we're very, very concerned because this is very out of character.
As police searched for a suspect, they released eerie surveillance footage showing a person of interest walking down an alley near the couple's home around the time of the killings, though Spencer's brother-in-law soon poured cold water on the importance of the figure in an interview with News Nation.
I do think, suspicious looking person there. It also very well could be, somebody walking home drunk from a bar.
Then finally, on Saturday, January 10th, authorities announced a break. Police had arrested a suspect in the murders, Monique's ex-husband, Michael David McKee. Columbus investigators reportedly tracked a vehicle that arrived in the Wayneland Park neighborhood where the couple lived before the double killing and later left for Rockford, Illinois, and identified that McKee owned the car. McKee worked as a vascular surgeon in a practice in the Rockford area where his vehicle was found. The 39-year-old doctor from Chicago married Monique in 2015. She then filed for divorce in May 2017 before marrying Spencer in 2020. While court records indicate the divorce was amicable, an ex-FBI agent has now raised a theory that McKee's anger was quietly brewing the entire time.
They were married for such a brief time, only 7 months. And so that is strange, but I think it was a deep-seated resentment and hate that just built up and finally came to this conclusion.
Meanwhile, the couple's families say they are not surprised by the arrest, with a relative revealing to the Daily Mail that they all expected the husband was to blame, but noted that they stayed mum throughout the probe so they wouldn't compromise the investigation. It was absolutely not a shock to anybody, the unidentified family member said.